Yes, you're probably wondering, why am I dressed up as a cowgirl? I just figured since you're dressing up as things that were not, this was appropriate. So yet again, the internet has done its thing. I'm pretty sure if you've been on any platform longer than 5 minutes, you have seen or at least heard a reference to the period, girl. It is literally storming outside my window. Is this gonna bother you guys? Because if so, you guys should just change the video from now. Within a couple of days, the popularity of this video has skyrocketed. Multiple people have duetted it, and we've even seen celebrities joining in on the joke.
Period, I'm on my period, She thought she was fucking with me. That bitch is delirious, She Brit, Barbie, I'm a breast doll. I think big, bitch, not small. Bad bitches to the front, please. Ugly hoes to the back wall. That's period.
Brit, Barbie, Chloe, period, 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 period. Got my name up in your mouth, you don't know no better. Don't forget I'm from the south, yeah, I got them headers. You watching everything I do, studying all of my moves. Wish you could do what I do. Period, period.
But the subsequent discourse about the virality of this video has been rather interesting to me, and an indicator of a shift in the Black collective, if I might. I feel for the first time, Black people have finally put their foot down and said, no, you will not make a mockery out of us and become more successful than us while doing it.
Thank you, we've had enough.
Now we know non-Black people profiting off of adapting aspects of Black culture isn't anything new. This goes all the way back to, just leave it off. It can't fit. My head is extremely big. This goes all the way back to the conception of film and television. Blackface and minstrel shows were all the rave for white America. And all these years later, has anything really changed? And don't even get me started on like somebody like Elvis, who is just Elvis. I think Elvis is a perfect example of embodiment of, we want the Black aesthetic or the Black style or the Black talent, but we don't want the Blackness, we don't want the Black person, we don't want the implications that come with making a Black person famous. But even more recently, the same thing is still happening. Oddly enough, especially with white women. With the likes of your Bad Babies and your Whoa Vickies. And even a shorty with the nose piercing that was rapping Lil Durk and had half of the Black male population practically salivating. Which even resulted in a Drake fall on her behalf. But funny enough, that newfound fame didn't last too long. Because the devil may work hard, but Black Twitter works harder. They hit her with the "this you" in less than a week. But mistakenly, I had believed that we as a society had moved past the need for acts like this. I thought we had this shit out of our system from way back when Murray was still exploiting disadvantaged children on his show.
Whatever, I do what I want.
That's why when I saw the Cash Me Outside girl, I watched it with indifference and simply moved on to the next video on my timeline. And I did the same exact thing with this period girl. Her rap name is Brit Barbie, by the way. So I'll just be using the two interchangeably. To be honest, I didn't even watch the full period video, because when I seen it and realized that, oh, she was just going to be saying the same thing for a whole minute, I was like, this is stupid, and left. But of course, you never really, but really we do know what's going to become popular on the internet. Now I will say, I could see why other people found enjoyment in the video initially. It's a simple video with the repeated chorus over and over again. Of course, it's going to be catchy and get stuck in your head, and that shared commonality is something that's funny to comment on. You know, relatable comedy. But just like most things on the internet, it couldn't just stay a little funny video. The era that we are living in almost makes that impossible. A video cannot simply gain popularity without there being a subsequent come up off of it. Thank you, capitalism. Because of these videos, we start to see more of them. They start appearing in commercials, start having brand deals. They even make music or star in films. And now this person has secured themselves with success for at least the next 2 to 3 years, with a 30-second video of them saying the same 4 words over and over again. Honestly, it's crazy. But I also want to note that we hardly ever see the same situation reversed. Like, you rarely see a black person, acting white or pretending to be white, gain big commercial success like these other people do. I mean, Bad Baby is $1 million recording artist. Like, this isn't happening to the where's the fucking blow guy, The most he got out of that was a couple viral videos. And like, you could say someone like Drewski had his frat boy skit run for a while, but I would argue that, yeah, while those did give him a bit of popularity, there's a plethora of other things that he also gained popularity from. I would say more so his live.
I'll take lives if a nigga ever try to take mine.
Stop. Take lives. What do you mean by that? Yeah, y'all get it in, huh?
Nah, I don't know what you talking about, man.
I don't think Could Have Been just found us an artist. I think we just found us a killer. Hey, call the cops.
But this is just funny to me because, as stated before, this is the first time I have really seen black people put down their foot and say, not on our backs. It seems we have finally learned from the mistakes of, Bad Baby and Whoa Vickies and even the Kardashians to some degree, that these aren't just some funny little silly videos. These are potential careers and livelihoods. Careers and livelihoods that other black creators could really use and profit off of. Now, let's actually dive into the video that I'm talking about today. Without a doubt, the aesthetic of Brit Barbie is one of your typical black girl. The long acrylic nails, the double nose piercing, the 34-inch bust-down lace with the scarf to complete. And like, on a side note, I know she must have money because that shit is not cheap. Like, nails that long, at least $100. At least $100. Hair that long and colored, that's setting you back at least $500. At least $500. Like, this shit isn't cheap. The 34mm lashes, but of course all of these little curated aspects of her image matter. Do you really think that period video would have been so popular had she came on that video looking how she typically does on her other videos? But every performer needs their costume, right? But I can honestly say I have seen a good amount of black people pointing out that this is blatant mockery. That if you just go through her page, you would find what she truly looks, talks, dresses, and sounds like. I know some of those words were repeated, but just go with me.
I just found something out. So I never knew that your hair grows from up here. Hey guys, I got the package in the mail.
I have seen some say don't engage with the video at all because, of course, all attention is good attention. A lot of creators have been pointing out that there are black people on that same app, TikTok, begging to be noticed each day to be ignored. But overall, the discourse around it has been rather negative. Now, on one hand, I try to be impartial. The internet loves stupid shit. We just do. It's the stuff that's not supposed to be taken seriously that ends up becoming successful. Now, I do also want to note that I do think we were a bit harsh on the black people that originally duetted the video, especially Chloe Bailey. But y'all hate that girl like the British tabloids hate Meghan Markle. But they didn't really think anything of the video originally, like most of us did, I might argue. Now, you guys won't believe this. Right when I was about to write in the script, in the video, that we should be cognizant of the fact that there is an added layer that this woman appears to be on the spectrum, I come across this video.
That's Brit Barbie that went viral for that video. Now, she pretends nowadays that she has some type of disability or fakes as if she does. So here's that.
Hey you guys, I went to Dollar General and I found the cutest things. Guys, my Amazon wishlist is linked in my bio. It's linked in my bio, guys.
And in fact, she does not have no speech issue, speech problem, or nothing. Just listen.
So this little girl in my neighborhood decided to comment on my TikToks. Okay, y'all, so I got a haircut, and I thought it was cute or whatever, right?
You definitely hear the difference, right? Gets me so mad because I have a disability. I have highly functional autism. So for her and other people like her on this app to do that for gifts, money, views, followers, is crazy to me. People just need to grow up, for real.
Like, what the hell is going on? Like, what are we doing here? What are we really doing? But the scariest part to me is, yeah, of course, there's going to be a lot of black people partaking in this trend. But I feel once we all noticed or realized what was happening, it was kind of out of our hands at that point. Once the main proprietors of this type of content become non-black, there is less of an incentive to care about the morality of a white girl dressing up in a black aesthetic and using black saying to make a video. You know, it becomes less of a black culture and more of a popular culture thing, the whole AAVE debate. It just feels like when black people essentially fail to gatekeep their own culture, it feels like there's nothing that we could do but complain and then be looked at crazy for complaining. Like, I'm sorry, but I just think it should be said that it wasn't black people that pushed the Kardashians to the millionaire status. Yes, of course we had a hand in it, but honestly, I don't know one black person that was buying a Kylie Jenner lip kit. I don't know one black person that was calling those French braids Kardashian braids. Majority of the non-black population do not have a reason to care. To them, it's just some lipstick. To them, it's just some braids. To them, it's just a funny video with a catchy chorus. At the risk of sounding like an old head, but it's sad. Sometimes I really do wish we can go back to the days where you could just post a video and it becomes viral, but it doesn't have to lead to anything larger. Like, it's just an inside joke to those who are on the internet at the time. Anyways, I am interested to see how this ends because on one hand, this could lead to a successful career for her, and on another, she can fade into obscurity. But I can tell you from now, the way these trend cycles move so quickly, by the time I drop this video, no one would even be talking about Brit Barbie. Anyways, I am interested. I will keep an eye on this situation. We'll see.
Sayonara, bye-bye. Please take care of yourself.
But like, seriously, hasn't the novelty of a white person acting black worn off by now? Like, are you guys not tired? Like, they're not getting an invite to the cookout. The cookout is closed for invitations. No one else is coming. Bitch, I don't even want to be at the cookout anymore.